Hi Libra, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to your mid-November 2022 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for your beautiful presence, but I also want to remind you this is truly general, so just take what resonates and do not stress over what doesn't. Leave the rest behind. But I want to also thank you in advance for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this amazing growing Libran tribe already, and as well leave me a comment, if not several, down below. Claim the success, let me know how it resonates, just say hello, leave some emojis, you name it. Okay, that was a lot. But as well, I'm going to leave two links down below. One is going to be for your monthly November money and career tarot reading. If you haven't checked it out already, definitely do so. And the other link will be for the playlist for the other placements within your chart for the second half of this month. We will begin by pulling from the Gilded Tarot deck. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, Libra, several messages rolling in already for you. The first one was more than enough, and I feel like that's absolutely pertaining to your money. More than enough flowing in at this time, building up in your savings, more than enough in regards to even more so moving forward in the upcoming months for what you wish to invest in, change, for a level of comfort. But I also heard the message, wow, that was impressive, or well, that was impressive, right? Regardless of how people are feeling about it, what you're doing, producing, developing, succeeding at, whether they're impressed and feeling a bit negative about it, or impressed and feeling kind of jealous about it, or they're impressed and feeling amazed and just proud of you. People are impressed, period, okay? Let them feel how they want to feel, but I just sense that you're shining in whatever you're wrapping oneself up in, okay? Not everybody's going to be in good spirits that you cross paths with or just tune in. But I do feel like there's a quality amount of alone time being wrapped up with. There's a reminder that you are a true leader. I like the energy that this is bringing to the table to begin this reading with the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit card. You're guiding the way for oneself and leading the way and kind of being a bit of a trendsetter in regards to how you run your business or in the work environment. It's this laying low kind of vibe in certain ways or in one situation, while in another situation or in certain other ways, you're setting the tone and just showing off a bit or just being in the spotlight. Okay, it's that innate ability to strategically adapt, to balance things out and just trust your intuition when it's beneficial to show off and when it's beneficial to lay low, okay? To not overcomplicate a situation or just to kind of go through healing, or to know when there's certain levels of gossip or energy, conversations you shouldn't be wrapping oneself up in. Does that make sense? I know that was a lot and kind of wordy, but that's coming into play for a reason. I feel like animals as well could be messages from spirit for whatever reason in regards to your career, your finances, or potentially level of comfort at home. I feel like I should have taken the bottom of the deck. There's going to be moments like that in the second half of the month where you have a feeling that you should have done something, or you should have taken something, or do you know what I mean? Accomplished something, if I didn't say that already. But what doesn't happen is meant to be delayed, or just wasn't meant to take place in general. Everything will happen when it's meant to, how it's meant to, period. What else do we have for Libra? I'm a Leo, Libra. If you're new to the channel, as I go flying, there is a reminder of who and what is not meant for you, my friend, okay? You could have heavy Leo in your chart as well, but I do feel like there's a very strong way about you where you are strengthened in moments of your savings being increased, in moments of seeing oneself more in control than you thought in the previous months, or just even the second half of the month, okay? I'm feeling like this light needs to be turned on a bit more, bear with me. I just heard step into the spotlight. Step into the damn spotlight, Libra. Because I feel like there's part of you where you do what you gotta do, right? You put in the hard work, but then it doesn't feel as fulfilling, but then the money makes it feel more fulfilling, right? Being reminded why you run a business, or why you began a day-to-day job, okay? It doesn't have to necessarily be for levels of fulfillment, but you need to be enjoying oneself all the meanwhile. But there's a lot drawn to this reading, a lot of Libras, where you run a business where it is helpful from time to time to be reminded by spirit, or just in general, why you began that business, or why you work that day-to-day job, because it is something you care about. It is something that makes a difference, or just fulfills you in certain ways, even if there are benefits in the category of your finances, okay? But growth is taking place. People are impressed. I just feel like there's a bit of a burnt out vibe about you, though. There's going to be a reminder what didn't come to be wasn't meant to be. Also, just people in certain levels of bad energy in the home environment, at work. There's a reminder of what isn't meant for you, okay? You are attracting a lot at this time in regards to business growth, in regards to opportunities for work, if you're looking for that, in regards to new ways to make money. So do not fret when something is wrong for you or just feels like it may not work out. Whatever's meant to will, okay? Allow for yourself to recognize it and remember your world is changing at this time. But I do feel like, Libra, somebody honestly is making you a bit nervous, if not multiple people. When you're at home, when you're at work, you name it, it could be both. And I feel like somebody's just bland. Somebody is just bland in personality. It's like you could just, and I feel like they're attractive potentially. Why is that so bothersome? It's like, can we just be more personable? Anyways, but I do feel like there's this sort of way about you where most days in the second half of the month, you want to leap towards that financial success. You want to leap towards that business or job success. It's like, I don't necessarily have all of the energy in the world 24/7 that I would like or once did when doing something similar or in the same situation, but I'll still do what I got to do, okay? But I also feel like through running your business, through working your day-to-day job, could be more than one situation for you. There's evidence that you're changing, a very death and rebirth kind of vibe about you, okay? Where you have this strong, strengthened sort of ability, or just strengthened ability to decipher quite quickly who and what's meant for you. When it comes to experiences, when it comes to conversations, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to choosing, even if it's a choice that has to be delayed a little bit, whether or not something's going to work in the long run for you. Some of you are working extra hours or just putting in more work to save up more money to make a change in your living situation, right? To invest in a new one or to see oneself get a new car. Could be one situation. This came up, I think, maybe in Aquarius's reading, if not Gemini's, can't remember. You're going to see oneself, if you haven't already started thinking about this, planning for it, making money to invest in one thing so you can invest in another to make another change, right? And I just feel like the changes are going to continue to trickle forward and allow for things to unravel as they're meant to. Change is good. I feel like it got darker in here, and I really didn't love that my voice just kind of went high. But anyways, there's going to be some weird moments in the second half of the month. I feel the need to say, I feel like spirit's very much present. Lighting is taking a focus when it comes to the work you produce and develop, how that affects you on an appearance level. Interesting. For Libra, let the money flow in. Let the money flow in. And the High Priestess. Yeah, coinciding with what I just said, reiterating a very spiritually connected second half of the month for you, where it may push you to at times or cause you to slip up on your words, struggle, appear less perfect than you actually are, or just would like to appear to be. But it doesn't matter. It really feels like everything's happening the way it's meant to. People are impressed all the meanwhile. You're very much golden in whatever you look to achieve, okay? And I just feel like you're even being heavily protected, even though the spiritual messing with is a bit real in your situation from time to time, okay? A bit exposed for some, but I do feel like if you're starting a new job or you began something fresh or will plan to in the second half of the month, abundance is flowing in. This could even pertain to just a fresh new approach for what you're continuing. But I do feel like you see the truth. That could even be part of what you do in a predictive nature or in an informing nature for your business or just through your job. But I feel like regardless, you are very much successful in the second half of the month. And it's this vibe where Spirit's saying, don't you dare stop, Libra. If you need to rest because you're a bit depleted and tired, sure. But don't you dare stop in regards to going after your goals, in regards to seeking out and accomplishing down the line better for oneself, right? You deserve to live a healthy life in regards to where you're living, in regards to where you work. You deserve to be able to feel comfortable in regards to heal when need be and to just surpass one's potential all the meanwhile. Boom. Okay. Boom. Let's pull a couple more tarot and then we're going to pull some small money and career messages. I just heard, God, I love a Libra reading. And it's true. I just naturally connect with you because if you think about your rising and your moon placements, right? Or sun, moon, rising is the more appropriate order to put it in. I have Libra in both my moon and my rising, right? And so I feel like a Libra. People perceive me as a Libra if you think about what the moon and rising signs mean. And so, yes, I am very much a Leo, but I am looked at and perceived and feel like a Libra. Anyways, and there we are. Justice. Justice. There's going to be moments, Libra, where in the second half of the month you sort of roll your eyes, even if it's more so just done within. You know how that happens? Where you don't actually do it, but it's just like, oh God, in regards to what you overhear, what you witness, whether it's at work, at home, both. Some people. But look at golden, Libra. You're golden. There's so much that you're accomplishing and it just feels refreshing. It feels like a long time coming or just so damn necessary. And it reiterates once again why you don't settle for what isn't meant for you and why you just keep oneself in the game, keep your head in the game. It feels like things are feeling more balanced than they once were in comparison to just as busy of a chapter. Does that make sense? Say you're taking on a new job or just your workload is quite hectic or just a lot at this time. In comparison to when you were doing just as much or just around the same amount, things are feeling more balanced. Why? Because of a past change or because of this new opportunity. However it works for you, it just feels like it's not the same as the past. Keep that in mind because there's that potential to compare, okay, in one's mind, heart, and soul. But the Ace of Pentacles, your money is on your mind. A little bit too much at times, but I feel like that's part of why your savings is increasing so nicely and why you're able to pay things off when you need to. It reminds me I need to pay off my, I need to make a credit card payment after this. Anyways, I do feel as if that's stuff like that's taking a focus, right? You have choices. People love you, Libra. People love what you have to offer, what you're producing, developing, and that's allowing for things to grow and prosper in the way they're meant to. I don't want your reading to end, okay? But I do feel like there's this innocent vibe about you at certain points, okay? Where whether it's in the beginning of a new job, beginning stages, or people just see you in a youthful light or just in a light where you have that innocence about you, that love and light sort of vibe, but you're very experienced and just knowledgeable all the meanwhile. A bit of an old soul if you were to dig a bit deeper or just examine who you are as a soul, right? And so that is taking a true focus at certain points. The feather talking about the spiritual communication coming through as you put in the damn hard work. And I just feel like you're being reminded in a lot of ways. Things are falling into place for you, Libra. Things are falling into damn place. And it's just so, I'm hearing needed, but it just feels so right, okay? At this point along your path, it's like everything I went through has led me to where I am, right? And will more so moving forward, but it's given me the strength, the ability, the skill sets, the knowledge to make the best until the best, to do what I gotta do when I need to do it. But you're making progress and there's financial stability coming to be, even if it's hard to believe watching this reading, even if you didn't have it in the first half of the month or previous to that, okay? You were making progress in regards to that. I'm not saying you're gonna have all the money in the world or just enough to make a change yet, but you're taking steps in the right direction and you're being backed up by the spiritual realm all the meanwhile. You're beyond talented, okay? You are beyond talented and I'm getting goosebumps over my entire body right now, okay? It's spirit emphasizing what I'm saying, okay? So damn right is what I'm hearing, and that was key wording. Your hard work pays off in the second half of the month, and that feels good. And look at the lights coming out, okay? It just feels like the light is being shined down upon you, even though you're slipping up at times, okay? There's public recognition taking place in regards to your independent success. Absolutely beautiful. It is going to be a very busy, very successful second half of the month where progress takes place. Numbers go up, growth takes place for you and for what you're running or just working towards. And you see oneself with a true significant increase in your financial savings. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Libra.